oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. I have this exact same,
Do you really?
I do.
I can't remember
I
where I
have
got
an
my phone.
indigenous fern and some karaoke and some wild violets. It's like my wild. I have, 40. Now I'm about 40. I just got some hydrangeas.
You're just a plant guy, aren't you?
I like green stuff.
You like
It doesn't matter if the hydrangeas don't bloom out. I'm still gonna dig the green leaves, you know.
My hydrangeas haven't bloomed yet, actually.
It's tough. You should put some lime on them and a little bit of 13, 13, 13, or 10, 10, 10, like triple 13, triple 10. Up, down, all around. Yeah, it's the numbers on fertilizer are NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium.
You are my lawn guy. Are we
Well,
live?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, need I say more, y'all? I didn't even introduce him yet. Okay. So, all right, it's 8:01. All right. So, hey everyone, you're watching Ask Bill and Kate Thursday night at 8. I am Katie Donnelly, and I am here with Bill and Kate Haber with the Haber Group of Southern Classic Realtors. We do this live every Thursday night, and Bill and Kate answer your real estate questions. We have some, oh yeah, we do. We have some side news. I don't have to read this. Escrow went missing last week. Last week, right?
Uh-huh.
Escrow went missing last week.
I put a post up about it too.
Yeah.
He flew away.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's the black crow with the S on his chest. If you see him and you catch him, there may be a reward.
There will be a reward. And it's
We-
a gold S on his chest.
It's a
He's
gold S.
so nice.
We love escrow. I mean, I love escrow. I mean, I
Awesome.
can't believe he's not here right now.
It's
So
weird, isn't it?
it's super. It really is weird. Yeah. Oh, was that him?
No, that's Pebbles.
Oh, it was the cat. Never mind. Oh, maybe it was the bird.
Hopefully Pebbles didn't eat
Um,
Escrow.
So we were at Crosstown Grill when escrow went missing. So that area, Taco Bell, you know, Animal Village, hospital, just in that area, anywhere on the cart path, just look for escrow. If y'all find them, you get a reward. Anyways, all right, we miss him. Oh, and also call 678-628-KATE.
If you
Yeah,
find it.
if you find him, yeah, so you can get your money and we can
Find
get
that
escrow back. So how has this week been for you guys?
Good, busy. Getting ready to have a couple of houses go on the market next week and the week after. And what else you want to add, Bill?
No, that's it. I mean, we've run into a couple of technical challenges with one of our providers that I am anxiously trying to resolve, so I can make sure I get all those things taken care of. But we're on top of it, and hopefully we'll get all resolved and get our websites all put together, and
Fantastic.
life will be good.
It'll
Get those
happen.
listings out.
It'll happen.
So tonight we have a special guest. This is Jessie Kline from Unlimited Lawn Care. And can you tell us how you got to work with Unlimited Lawn Care? I think I heard a little bit before we started the show.
All right,
You just like
well,
great stuff.
Got into grass about 8 years ago, and I love to cut it, and I love to watch it turn green. And working on a golf course for about 8 months, do that to you. And slowly but surely, I realized that treating it or laying it is actually better money than cutting it. And then finally, I said, why lay it when I can spray it? And I spray and go. It's a lot faster. I take everything. I do everything I need to on a lawn in about 10 minutes, and then I'm gone.
Wow.
Lawn ninjas.
So what areas do you cover, like geographically?
From LaGrange all the way to Tyrone, specifically me, but our company has 7 branches in the state of Georgia, 1 in Birmingham, we're opening 1 in Dallas, and we have our eyes on Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, so
that's,
y'all are trying to go
one-
outside
Oh,
the
yes.
perimeter.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. All right, so here's the information to get in touch with Unlimited Lawn Care. Visit their website at unlimitedlawncare.com, naturally. And you can also call 678-325-7255. Is that your number?
No, ma'am, that's the Buford, that's the call center.
That's the call
Yes, ma'am.
center, y'all.
But if you just
Alright.
Google us and choose the Noonan branch, you'll get in touch with Joey, and he's really good at, taking care of everything that needs to be done to get your account set up. We want to do that.
You'll get handled perfectly and
Yes.
professionally. All right, cool,
Mhm.
awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and start with some of the questions that have popped up during the week, like weeds. They
Okay.
pop up during the week, and then you have to pick them.
That was good.
No,
Well,
thanks.
yeah,
I appreciate that.
remember, all grassy weeds grow 4 times faster than Bermuda. So if you have a really low pile and you mow it at 1 inch,
Yes.
your grassy weeds are going to stick out in 4 days, 3 days if it rains, 4 days on rule of thumb. So if you mow at 1 inch and you have grassy weeds, by God, the HOA is going to be bugging you because you've got grassy weeds and they stick out like a sore thumb. Best thing you can do is one, grow it high, because one, the high canopy creates a drought tolerance, and we need that because who wants to water? Water's expensive. Go ahead. Even if you live on a lake, don't overwater. That's another thing I've got to mention. Two, the high canopy creates a weed barrier in its own right, and you can't go wrong with that. Also, it allows our products to stay on your property longer than they would if it's at 1 inch. It's kind of like shampoo. You wash it out of your hair, put it in mine, it's gonna wash out real fast. You put it in Kate's, she's got to sit there and work it out. And we want it to stay on your property as long as it can, because that's the idea. All right. What's the next?
So I just want
What's
to
the
throw,
next one?
hang on. So I just want to throw this out there because this happened to me before I got a divorce, and my husband thought he could tame the weeds. Well, when it's December and your neighbor's grass is all dead and yours is green, y'all, those are weeds. And let me tell you, it is a major embarrassment. I hired somebody real quick, and yes, so you're not doing a good job. You're doing a really bad job.
Yeah, you don't ever want to overseed
Yes.
your Bermuda or zoysia with a rye in the winter. Yeah, all it does is deplete the nutrients in the soil and the products that we're applying to get to the turf base. Your lawn is just like a house plant. It's in a pot. Your whole lawn's the pot, and then you got your neighbor's property line, and their pot's different, and you can't look at their pot and say, why doesn't my pot look like theirs? Every house is different. Every
So
property
is
is.
the grass always greener?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, if you come to us, it won't always be. Give us time and effort and benefit of the doubt. All right.
All right, so a couple of questions. Marcy from Peachtree City says, how short should I be cutting my grass so it doesn't look brown?
Okay, so if you see brown after you mow, you're mowing too low. There's no chlorophyll in the stalk. The stalk has, you can pull a little sprig out of your lawn and look at it and say, okay. And also learn to, don't look at your neighbors. You may have a hybrid Bermuda which grows low and slow and creeps along the ground. And then you may have a standard Bermuda that grows up. And if you do have a high pile, like 3 to 4 inches, you want 1.5 to 2 inches of blade length for that 3 to 4 inch pile. It's always, when you hear cut, it's the blade length. It's a trim, remember. And Cat Stevens said it best. The first cut is the deepest. It's April 14th or 15th. Mark it on a calendar. Anytime after that, if you expose the soil, you're gonna have drought conditions, and you gotta mow it once a week. My God, mow.
I'm doing that once a
Right.
week. I'm listening to Jesse right now because I'm tired of mowing.
Well,
I
you gotta
have-
mow.
Well, I mean,
If you want it low, you gotta mow it more frequently. If you want it high, But just remember, if you cut it or wherever you pay to cut it, you tell them you don't want to see any more tan. It's mowing damage.
now if you cut it low, you're going to be pushing slow. Just saying. Experience.
If you hear
would
your
say.
mower bogging down, it's working too hard. It's literally a trim. It's like if Kate gets her hair cut, she comes home, Bill's like, where'd the $75 go? And it's like, you can't even tell it got done. It's the split ends. It's 1/3 of the blade length. So if you have a 2 inch blade length, you need to, it makes that grass try to do the same amount of photosynthesis with 1/3 of the less blade length, pulls the water and nutrients out of the soil.
That
which
makes a
we're
lot of
putting
sense.
down.
All right, awesome. So Bryson from Brooks wants to know, what's the best time of the day to be watering my grass? My neighbor tells me right before dark, but I don't think that's right.
It's not. You're so, don't listen to your neighbor. A lot of people think
I'm doing
watering
that
in
too.
the afternoon or in the middle of the day is like the greatest thing ever. And you'll see people, they'll cook their lawn like collard greens in a pot if they do it in the middle of the summer and it's hot and it's 12 o'clock and they're like, oh, it's wilting. It's like, yeah, it's gonna wilt, but it'll come back tomorrow. It's one of those things of patience time. Another thing is
So when is the best time?
it's yes ma'am, it's between 6:30 and 8:30 in the morning. If the sun is over the horizon, you're going to lose almost 70% of your water to evaporation, and water's expensive, so put it down properly. Also make sure it's absorbing, because a lot of these houses, when they're 15, 20 years old, they have 15 and 20 years worth of compaction. And by God, you know, your lawn's not getting the water, whether you water every day, if it rains every other day, it's not getting it.
Barrier.
It's not absorbing it. Once again, it's like a root bound plant. You can water it all day and it's not gonna bloom.
So what do you gotta do about compaction?
Aerate and top dress. When I say aerate, I don't mean perforations. I mean literally core aeration, 4 and 3 inch long plugs, and top dressing by installing new soil into those holes that are 3 to 4 inches, and it literally will.
Huh.
It'll make your lawn look like a golf course if you want it to. You have to treat it if you want it to look like it.
And do you guys do aeration?
We do aerations, but the top dressing would be, you can just give it a Google, and there's probably several reputable companies that are, you know, around here that'll do it. It's around 60 cents a square feet, and by far the best bang for the buck.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. All right. So Greg from Tyrone asks, how do I spot lawn disease? What are the things that I need to be looking for?
All right, that's a good one, Greg. So by God, if you right now there's dollar spot active, and it kind of looks like a cheetah print. What that is the grass is releasing nitrogen.
Oh, that's my yard.
Yeah, you have dollar spot, and while it is a fungus, it's not deteriorative, so it's not going to deteriorate your lawn. What you want to watch out for is like spring dead spot and fairy ring, which you'd have to use a drone and fly over your neighbor's lawn, because fairy ring will like circumvent 2 to 3 lawns next to each other, and you can only see it from the air. But it's death, and you got to get a hold of it, and you're going to need at least two applications of fungicides and maybe a preventive. Fungus is always from excess of moisture, and it can also be caused by having dull mower blades, because it's like cutting hair. It's like you don't want your hair cut with like
Rusty
scissors that aren't sharp. Yeah, or rusty scissors that aren't sharp.
So basically, if your lawn looks like a leopard,
Yeah,
spotty, then that's lawn disease.
spot. And it only affects your curb appeal. It's not going to destroy your lawn. So if you hear like some company saying like, "Oh God, you got to invest in fungicides," it's like if it bugs you, treat it. But if you can, you know, live with it, then it'll green back up.
Lawn care is like getting your car taken
Oh
care of.
by God, it's a science, and you know, it takes a village to raise a lawn. It's not like we're on just a old African proverb, but you know, it's you got to. It takes effort. It's like a garden, and it's like if we only come out 8 times a year and apply something, by God, I don't live there, but if I did, if I wanted to change, I'd invest in it. Other than our treatments. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so Tammy from Newton
Yes.
says, what's better, to bag my grass or not?
All right, that's a good one, Tammy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, my daughter's calling me.
Oh,
Lord have mercy. She'll be okay. So to bag my grass or not bag it and have it go on the grass when I mow. Oh, I blow it. I blow it. It takes me an hour to 2 hours just to blow it.
All right. Well, here's what
Tell me.
we're gonna combat. It's a thing of balance. Lawn is all about balance. You want a certain amount of thatch because one, it creates a drought resistancy. It's like a sponge, and it protects the soil. But you don't want an abundance of thatch, and you only get an abundance
Time
of
out.
thatch.
Is thatch like loose
Thatch
grass?
is the grass, the dead grass. It's
You know,
called
we're not
thatch.
as smart
Yes,
as you.
ma'am. I
Okay,
understand.
you're using
Well,
really big words. Just
That
for
was,
me,
that was the whole 5 letters.
that I've never heard of thatch. I've never heard of thatch. But keep going. Okay, so now
thatch-
it's
Thatch is
loose
literally, yeah.
From
thatch
what
is-
your
when you-
lawnmower
When
spits
you
out.
get overzealous and you mow your lawn and your mower's like bogging down the whole time, and you leave dirt strips and passes, and your lawn's not green when you get done cutting it, that's causing your excess of thatch. And if you mow it 1 inch, I can almost guarantee you when it rains, you have like worms of dead grass from where the water flows, and that's an excess of thatch. And if you keep continuously doing that, you won't have much of a lawn left. So we're gonna avoid that.
Okay, well, I'm learning a lot from you tonight, so
I'm
thank
glad.
you. All right.
What did you do?
Oh
What
my
did you
gosh.
do?
I literally, my blood pressure is so high because I just sat in the sauna for 30 minutes before I came here after working out for 2 hours.
Don't make me nurse you right now.
Oh my
She's
God.
a
Well,
nurse.
oh, are you a nurse?
Yeah.
Well, I don't need an IV yet, so let's keep going.
But you're bleeding.
No, I have high blood pressure. And
I know,
really,
but you have a
I s-
high blood pressure.
so.
Usually you have a headache. We'll
Mm,
talk
I
later.
don't have a headache.
I would love to know what your blood pressure is right now because I bet you.
I
it's
have a
super
blood
weird.
pressure thing.
We
Oh,
should check
it's-
it later.
okay.
I already have a number in my head.
It's probably
Pretty
120
scary.
over 80.
That's
Well,
My
that's
heart rate's
good,
about-
right?
That's-
My heart rate's probably about 40 something beats per
40.
minute.
He's
Yeah.
lying.
I'm not. I promise.
That's not high blood pressure.
Check my lymph nodes.
That is not high blood pressure.
Okay, then what is it? What is it? Tell me.
Well, high blood pressure is not going to make your leg bleed.
I'm gonna find out.
No, I stretch myself, but
Oh.
I'm leaking. I'm leaking. Yeah, I don't need a Band-Aid or anything. Go ahead.
Okay, all right, let's continue on. All right, so Nancy from Noya says, how do I control mushrooms from growing on my lawn, and can I eat them?
Yes,
Ew.
actually, so yeah, my brother owns a farm called Barefoot Acres, and he's actually a certified horticulturist of mushrooms, and he also can forage. Oh God, we're checking all along.
We're not checking it right now.
Oh,
We have.
What is my blood pressure?
Well,
That's
I
the
wanna
next
know
game.
what it is.
You may not want everybody to know what it is.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
That's HIPAA.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Oh.
Sorry, my
Do you
nose
have
is coming out.
Wait, do you have the breath tester that's like the little ball that you blow up? I need
That's the
that too.
cops. That's not nurses.
No, not that. Well, we are in Peachtree City.
Oh, you're talking
No
about.
shortage of those. Waiting with the. No, I'm talking about breath. Not a breathalyzer, but
The
it's
lung
like
expander,
lung
like
expander,
the blow.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, no, I don't have one in my car.
you're prepared.
Kind of
Could
sorry.
save a life.
So
All right,
sorry.
go ahead.
That wouldn't save your life because you wouldn't be breathing to use it.
Oh.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
this is
All right.
funny.
He is funny. All right. All right, so you can eat mushrooms. Your brother has it.
Yes,
so you
okay,
can.
yes. So if you have mushrooms present in your lawn, it's from an excess of moisture, and so if it's in your grass where you don't want it to be, because
Moisture and sun, right? Is that
no,
called
no.
fungus growth? No.
So fungus and mushrooms are different. Yes.
I thought a mushroom was.
But you can
I'm sorry.
really
No,
eat-
I was thinking of moss. I'm sorry, because that's another
Okay.
good one to go over. If you have moss or mushrooms, it's from moisture. Because
If you have moss, I'll take it because I want a little moss garden.
moss garden.
Side note. All right. Anyways.
And
So
other than
sorry.
so where it is, it's where your water's flowing, and so you can do two things. You can get French drains that are really expensive, or you can get like a plant that you love that loves water. So you can just Google them, choose the one you like, and buy a couple of those. Dig you a hole about 2 feet deep, 22 inches around, away from your downspout. If you don't have French drains, it's a poor boy French drains that gives the water somewhere to go. That gets
Poor
below
boy
the
French drains. Now,
yeah, poor boy French drains.
are you gonna plant it where the mushroom is?
No, but yeah, you just
Isn't
dig that
that
spot.
where the?
It's where a bunch of water's got to go. So plant something there that you
So
want
like
to
wherever
grow
you have a
well. Yeah,
mushroom,
the water's
plant a
going.
flower, and then you'll just have spots of flowers.
You
popping
just
up
have a
in
bunch
your
of
yard.
flowers because it's literally there's a lot of water going there. There's mushrooms.
But you can really
In the
eat
grass.
the mushrooms.
Oh, some of them yes. There's like hen of the forest.
How
It
do
gets
you
really
know,
big, grows in soil.
Like, aren't some of them poisonous though?
Oh my
Like,
God! You got to learn to identify them. That's why they pay.
Don't
to
do
that.
it.
Yeah,
What-
don't eat the mushrooms.
You cannot eat the mushrooms.
Look, actually, there's a Google Lens, and I think there's an app for
I wouldn't
iPhones.
trust.
You can take a picture of anything, and the internet will tell you. It's
We are
2021.
saying for liability purposes, don't eat the mushrooms.
Hey, and if
have you done that before?
no. Oh, I don't because I spray the lawns. I don't want to eat anything that grows.
Oh, and if it's been sprayed, you're gonna eat
Hey,
pesticide.
a good thing to know. Anything that grows in your lawn in the winter is a weed, but it's also edible if you're not having your lawn
So
treated.
if we have a
it's all
zombie
edible.
apocalypse,
Yeah, you can
eat
always
your grass.
Yep, you can
in the
always eat
wintertime.
the dandelions and the clovers and all the good things. All right.
If it's
What
not
about
me.
lamb's ear? And you can use a lamb's ear to wipe.
Oh yeah, you can use lamb's ear to wipe. Much better than the 3 leaves and
I mean, I'm just saying, if we run out of toilet paper again.
yeah.
Oh God!
No,
I thought you were talking about wiping a windshield and.
I don't think we have to
Okay.
worry about. a
No, we're
shortage of
talking about
toilet
just
paper.
living. Okay, anyways.
Alright.
So moving along, my bad. I just wanted to add to that. Eating and what? Okay, so Curtis from Fayetteville says, I just got a dog for my wife, and when the dog goes outside to pee, where he pees at makes the grass turn brown.
Oh yeah.
What can I do about this? I'm about to take the dog to a farm.
Oh no! Look, if you love the dog, keep the dog. But if you don't, well, that's got to go either way. But the dog, that's called dog spot, and it's a high concentration of salt because
So your dog is dehydrated.
Yeah, and I'd venture to say you either have a female because they dump all their urine in one spot, or you have a neutered male, which also squats to pee, so he dumps all his urine in one spot. And what I would suggest you to do is just to walk your dog to, you know.
Your
if you wanna
neighbor's
keep
yard.
it- Not your neighbors, you
I'm
know.
kidding. That was a joke.
You get some
Totally
fines.
a joke. I'm so
We all
sorry.
know it's a bunch of fines to get from the HOA for all that. They got the cameras.
Oh, man.
No, but you know,
Sorry.
there's
I was joking.
anywhere in the HOA, I'm sure they don't mind the dog spots, but also it'll keep your dog from just doing it in that one spot. Another alternative is to get a slab of artificial turf off of like Amazon. It's like $65 for, I don't know, it's 5
They
by
can go
7.
beyond that.
If you
You have to
teach
train
your
them
dog old
probably.
tricks, you can train it. Yeah, it's like you
Or you can, there's coming out of me, you could hydrate your dog,
Yeah.
and then there's not a whole lot of,
no,
sodium.
it's still gonna.
no,
it's
if they're
still-
hydrated, we can talk later,
Well,
Jessica.
the-
We have so much
Well, I
that
don't
we
know
can
anybody
teach
that
each
I don't
other.
know what anybody
know.
that gives their dog sodas, but
No, hydrate with water.
yeah, that's all dogs drink.
Yeah, but
They
they're
got
not drinking
special
enough.
stuff for dogs now. I don't know about.
No, but the dog's not drinking enough water.
The dog's drinking plenty of water. It's just when it urinates, it's a high concentration of salt. It's
Okay,
like,
never mind. Let's continue.
it's like in the Bible, if you salt anything, it doesn't grow. So
Oh man.
Oh God.
if it's bad, you gotta.
I love this. Okay, so I'm laughing so hard. Let's go ahead and just continue on with the joke.
Anyway.
All right. All right. What do you call a bluebird that got ran over by a lawnmower?
No.
I'm sure you can figure it out. You figured everything else
A
out.
bluebird that got ran over by a lawnmower. Was it-
Bill?
Kentucky bluegrass? I don't know.
I know the answer. So
I know you
yeah.
do. That's why you're on. And y'all, this is really sad. Actually, it's not. It's kind of.
Something else
It's
you
kind
want?
of bad. Shredded tweet.
Shredded tweet.
Like tweet, tweet,
Oh.
tweet,
You should have said yellow bird.
Shredded tweet.
tweet. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like this cereal shredded wheat, but it's
Shredded
shredded
wheat.
wheat.
Well, and then I'm thinking of Tweety Bird that
Oh.
just got shredded too.
So why does the bird have to be blue?
Oh,
That was just the joke.
That's
you
what
know?
I was like, it's a blue and the name. You got a good guess with the Kentucky.
that's where I
bluegrass.
found the joke at. It could have been any bird, right? Like,
But a bluebird sounds really pretty.
I guess that's why they put bluebird. They could have put cardinal or mockingbird
They
or
could have put crow.
robin or crow.
Crow.
Hey,
I'm joking, y'all. Okay, I
If-
snorted.
if-
I
if
snort
you-
every week.
if you can catch a crow and split its tongue, it can talk.
What?
Yeah,
What?
that's an old country thing. Yeah, if you can catch a crow and cut its tongue in half, it can talk like a parrot.
That's
How would
where
you do that?
That's where it's.
That's
Give it
so
a Google.
try
That's
that?
random. It's on birds. I don't know. I was trying to include myself in something. What? Yeah, you catch it. And, I don't know.
That's
people do-
interesting.
There's falconry and birds and people have gotten along.
You know a lot about nature.
Try it.
All right. So he would be very good to have in the zombie apocalypse if that were to ever happen. All right.
Fingers crossed.
Anyways, all right. So now it's game time, and so we're gonna post some pictures of some lawns and yards, and we're going to guess what is going on with it, and like the picture of the
Guess that
grass.
issue. It's an
you know your turf. Oh, sorry. I like that
issue. You
name
got- I like it
personally.
too.
So, and then Jesse is gonna help us explain what it is.
Oh yeah.
So Bill's gonna move the
Oh,
camera. in the
no, you're a turf. You did like that. Ah, cool. I was just gonna take it. I was just gonna say it regardless.
Oh, Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Okay.
Alright. I'm doing it anyway.
Wait,
Do you want? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
need
go
to see
there.
what the
come over
I'm
country
here
gonna-
and look. Katie, you can come too so you can see.
Okay, I'm looking at the
And
big picture that's in the black. So and
Okay.
we can keep changing that one over. Okay.
All right.
Do it that way.
So are you focused on one thing or are we?
Yeah, we're focused on the picture that's wrapped in the black there.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
You can see it on my phone. It looks really good. I have a ton of those little assholes. Sorry.
You have a bunch of that?
I do.
It's Dallas grass.
Dallas grass.
Yeah, and it's indigenous to Georgia, and everybody thinks it's crabgrass.
Yeah.
And if you go and you've had your house for any more than like 2 years, and you think you have crabgrass still, and you're looking at something like that, it's Dallas grass. And Dallas grass is hard to eradicate because it grows like bamboo, and give Google bamboo and see if you can get rid of that. It's pretty hard because it grows with rhizomes underneath the ground. And so while we can try to treat one clump, odds are the rhizomes are going to allow another one to sprig up in sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the best thing to do is be productive and physically remove it.
All right.
You know.
I have to make sure I get that bad boy's root system.
Yeah, you gotta
Right.
get it.
Here's another picture of it.
Yeah.
Let me readjust here.
All right, so next picture, Bill.
So that's just more of the same,
Oh,
bigger
so you can
grouping.
see.
Well, now you messed it up.
Oh,
I
It's
just
all
fixed
well.
it.
Now it's, okay.
It's all good.
All right. So now, what else are we looking for? Jesse.
Some buttonweed.
Button?
Yeah,
weed.
I'm seeing a lot of buttonweed these days, and buttonweed loves water.
those are pretty though. I
They
would
are
keep them
pretty.
because it looks like a wallflower.
Well, dig them up and put them in a pot and see what you can do with some fertilizer. But we want to get them out of your lawn. But what's nice about buttonweed, because it's broadleaf, while it does grow in a runner and it's really big and ugly, it'll come right up. Or it will go quickly because it's a broadleaf. And broadleafs are typically, other than pennywort and creeping buttercup, which we'll give those a Google, it should be like 2 treatments and we should get all of that gone, ideally. And that's ideal condition.
And what else? we got?
Creeping buttercup or pennywort, those are, we offer like, or companies like us, and we offer a suppression level of control, which is like if it's present.
Another wallflower.
Yeah, well, they all have, everything has different ages. So when they're, infants and, then they become an adolescent and then they become mature, that's when they flower out. If you have things flowering in your lawn, you're not mowing often enough, and 2 weeks is too
But you've
far
got a
between.
wallflower garden.
Yeah, you can have a wildflower garden, but
Sorry.
your HOA president's going to be awful.
It's in my
mad
backyard.
about your beautiful lawn.
Oh no, it's in my
Garden.
backyard.
Oh, it's in the back. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're fine.
What was the next one, Jesse?
Pennywort. It's it usually grows in moss, and while we can clean your moss up, there's
Another pretty one.
there's only a few products that
Oops, that's not what we want.
control moss. Well, that's a good one. That is it. I mean, they're
Click on the purple flower one.
Yeah,
It's so pretty.
but
I
the
don't-
thing is you don't ever want to see that if it's flowering when you're.
It's pretty. So it's too late. You might as well enjoy the flowers. Sorry.
I don't know
No,
what's-
it's fine. We'll enjoy the flowers and the vines. They'll put a lien on your house if you keep on. Like, I know. I don't even live here, and I know that.
So paying more. All right. What's the next one?
All right. Violets. Everybody's had violets before. They're pretty too. They look like lily pads, and they're hard to get rid of too. We can minimize them, but there will always be some present, and that's something to consider.
What about some stubborn weeds that are really hard to pick out of the ground that stick up real high?
Dallas grass and broom sage. We covered Dallas grass, and it's
Yeah, that's one of them. But there's another one that's like a
Broom
really
sedge.
tough. Yeah, let's cover that one. 'Cause that one is a beast.
Yeah, broom sedge, and broom sedge is you got to think all these properties while they're 20 years old and 15 years old, they don't. Most people don't understand that this is just a bunch of woods one day or like a long time ago, and then they bulldozed the best they could and graded the best they could, and then laid the sod down. So a lot of times when you have like Dallas grass or broom sedge, it's because you live in what used to be a field, and that field was just nothing but Dallas grass and broom sedge. We can get rid of it, but like I said, it's a suppression level. So broom sedge, yeah, Dallas grass, the first grassy weed we looked at, grows outward.
Mhm.
That's why people think it's crabgrass. And then broom sedge,
If you put them all together, it does open grass.
yeah, it's got it grows straight up, and it's the one that
You pull as hard as you can, and you're not going to get that root out. You need a shovel.
broom sedge actually has a tap root kind of like a
Well, then
pine
you
tree
need
and
to
some
come and see my
acorn.
weeds.
I'll check them out.
Yes.
She signed up.
I don't see a good picture. Which one should I grab?
Any of those, yeah, broom sedge, mowed broom sedge maybe, because that's, like I said, that's the field, but you can identify broom sedge because it has a tan base and grows in a flat tuber. Dallas grass has an oval tuber. which is the.
I think people, yeah. I have some of that in my backyard.
Okay, so let's
So,
I'm sorry.
let's go back and wrap her up.
Yes.
well, is that it?
Huh?
Is that it?
No, I mean, we go back
okay.
and.
Oh, God, I'm unfamiliar.
All right. All right, so I have a fun fact for you guys.
Hold on one
I
second. Let me
bet
get it back. Go ahead.
All right, so fun fact. I'm sure Jesse probably already knows this because he knows a lot. You really do. You're very informative. That's a lot. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch, or just call you a bunch and ask you a bunch of questions. All right. So, did you know that lawns are 3 times more productive at producing oxygen than trees?
I actually did not know that.
Oh my gosh.
You stumped me.
Jesse.
You got
You
me.
stumped Jesse. Good job.
Who'd have thought?
No, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
But grass, not weeds.
I got
That's
one
the
for
key.
you. I got one for you. Did you know that the idea of a lawn came from like the 17th century, 16th century, when kings with all their land didn't have to grow crops anymore, so they started growing grass just to make grass grow,
So why do they say lawn?
because that's what it's called.
All right, good answer.
Yes, sir. That is the term that they gave it forever. It's got a
All
lawn.
right. Well, thank you, Jesse, for joining us. And check out Unlimited
Oh yeah.
Lawn Care. To find out more about this company, again, it's unlimitedlawncare.com.
Mhm.
Or you can call them at 678-325-7255. And I think you said Brian will
Or-
take care of you.
Or you can call me specifically.
Oh, are you about to get
It's
your number up?
770-820-6887. Once again, that's 770-820-6887. I will literally come give you a quote in person, walk your property, explain some things,
He is
and then get you
passionate
started.
about
I
grass.
am, because
Love
that's,
it. Love it.
how you do anything is how you do everything, and I aim to please. All right.
I love that saying. I
Yes.
first met him. I was showing one of our clients a house in Lake Redwine in Noonan, and this lady was having a yard sale, a pre-yard sale. So he comes down, he's buying some bird houses. I'm like, wow, he's just talking about the lawn and stuff like that. I'm like, give me your card. Got his information, and then,
Here we are.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you
Excellent.
recall, but she was like, don't let the great aunt see these, like, hand-built cedar bird nests, or bird homes and our bird houses. Homes. Talk about equity.
Well,
But anyway, so, yeah, and I did not realize, it never occurred to me that her great aunt lived next door. So I was walking up the driveway with like some walking sticks and the daggone birdhouses.
You
And
gave
his
her
great
one
aunt,
now.
yes, I did. Oh my
Remember
gosh, she
that.
said no, and I said, but I love them. And I said, you can have one. I'm gonna keep one and put it in my house. And so that's how that
That's
worked
what
out. All
happened.
right, yeah,
awesome. Okay.
fantastic.
All right. And speaking of birds, we are still looking for escrow.
Oh yeah,
So,
find it. Find
you
him.
know,
Find
so
that escrow.
if you find escrow, again, there's a reward. We want him back. It's just not the same without our little guy. All right. So, anyways, I want you all to like the Hafer Group Facebook page if you haven't already, and then comment about tonight's show, and then go to hafergroup.com where there is some awesome weekly newsletters, and there's a song of the week, and it goes out Wednesday morning, the newsletter, via email.
Yep.
So it's not like junk email every day, like, H&M.com, and they, no, like it's once a week, y'all. It's every Wednesday, right?
Every Wednesday morning at 7. Yep.
One time, not a junk. It's not junk. All right, it's good stuff. Good music too. And you'll be able to keep up with the market and other fun stuff like you need to take care of your yard because it provides more oxygen than trees do. That's actually really
it's
important.
fantastic.
And then we also have a live webcam for the destination of the week, local events, like I said, and then song of the week. So sign up.
All right.
Oh, and sorry, my bad. And remember to call 678-628-KATE for all your real estate needs. Have a great night, and we will see y'all live next week, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know why I said it's because, anyways, next Thursday here, at 8. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.